The Kasha House, also known simply as the Kaimuki House after its location, is what some people refer to as Hawaii's own Amityville Horror. The house gained attention after an incident in 1942 where a frantic mother called the Honolulu Police Department claiming that her children were being attacked by something. The police arrived, but were unable to rationally explain what they witnessed that day. Reports in the local newspaper claim that the authorities tried for over an hour and a half to control the situation, but were ultimately unsuccessful. Other sources say that the police did claim to see the children levitating, but this can't be confirmed. Through the years after this first incident in 1942, several families have moved into and swiftly left the Kasha House due to numerous reports of paranormal activity. In fact, yet another situation with the HPD unfolded where the officers still could not explain what was going on. It involved a group of college students who were staying at the Kasha House, unaware of its dark history. One girl claimed that something unseen had touched her, and when police arrived, decided to go to her mother's where it was safe. While escorting the girls down Waialae Avenue, their car suddenly stopped. In a newspaper article, the officers claimed that the girl was tearing away at her throat as if someone was choking her, and that both men together were not strong enough to pull her arms off of her. Since the story got out, locals started to speculate that this could be the work of Akasha, hence the name Kasha House. In Japanese mythology, Akasha is a type of yokai that's believed to steal corpses and wreak havoc on the living.
There have been numerous reports stemming from command all the way down to civilian visitors of sightings of apparitions and restless souls haunting Ford Island and Pearl Harbor. Residents report hearing phantom voices and footsteps in their homes, along with misplaced objects, as well as lights and electronics turning on and off by themselves. Some have even reported dark shadows that walk around aimlessly, only to vanish when approached. Visitors have reported that the most haunted area is the memorial built in 1961 atop what remains of the sunken USS Arizona. The ship suffered 3 near misses and 4 direct hits from 800-kilogram bombs. 1,177 crewmen died inside the USS Arizona, and most of them were unable to be removed from her sunken walls. The ship now serves as their tomb, where their bodies still rest beneath the Pearl Harbor Memorial. To this day, over 70 years later, the oil seeping from within the tomb still leaks into surrounding waters.
Morgan's Corner is undoubtedly one of the most popular urban legends in Hawaii, probably due to the fact that it does have some truth behind it. Morgan's Corner, located at Nu'uanupali, was named after a Dr. James Morgan who resided on the infamous S-curve during the first half of the 20th century. An elderly woman by the name of Therese Wilder was a neighbor of Dr. Morgan. On March 11, 1948, 2 escaped convicts broke into her home, stole whatever they could, and left Therese bound and gagged, which resulted in her death due to suffocation. This real-life event may have been the spark for numerous stories from locals about how the corner is a hotspot for paranormal activity. Many claim to have seen apparitions while driving past Morgan's Corner at night, and some say that if you get out of your car, you may be risking your life. The most popular urban legend surrounding Morgan's Corner is a classic Lover's Lane horror story. Late one night, a couple decides to park under a tree at Morgan's Corner in order to have some alone time. Once it's time to leave, the car wouldn't start. The boyfriend then goes for help while his girlfriend waits in the car. She's left waiting for so long that she eventually falls asleep inside the car. Occasionally, she hears a strange sound, one that's hard to explain. It almost sounded like something lightly scraping the roof of the car. Too afraid to get out and check, she simply shrugs it off and continues to sleep. She's eventually woken up by the sound of someone tapping on the window, a police officer. The officer tells her to get out of the car and to not look back. She of course didn't listen, and saw her boyfriend's mangled corpse hanging from the tree they parked under. His feet just barely grazing the top of the car.
The Mujina of Japanese folklore is an avid shapeshifter and deceiver of humans. One of the forms the Mujina is reported to take is that of a faceless ghost. A Mujina is said to have smooth skin instead of a face, no eyes, ears, mouth, or nose. On May 19, 1959, the Honolulu Advertiser reported something unusual at a drive-in theater in a location that is now the Nahona gated residential community across the street of the Kahala Mall shopping center. A witness watched a woman combing her hair in the women's restroom. Upon coming closer, the woman turned around to reveal a blank area of skin where her face should have been. The witness was reported to have been admitted to the hospital shortly thereafter from a nervous breakdown. Since then, this mysterious apparition has reportedly been seen by locals in the various bathrooms at the nearby cinema and shopping center. Some say that if you were standing at the bathroom sink and you were alone, you can see her in the mirror, hovering just behind your shoulder.